Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here at NAB 2022, which is weird.
In person,
yes,
in real life.
Very strange. So Nina Walsh from AWS Web Services. You guys, there's a lot going on and a lot to talk about, but let's start with the pandemic and how you guys enabled people in our industry to continue working.
Yes.
How your services have evolved and also how your partnerships have helped as well.
Yeah. Well, so I was actually working in the industry when the pandemic came about at an animation company. And so we'd never supported anybody working from home. And all of a sudden we had to up and, allow people to work remotely, just allow them, but make it easy for them so we could keep making the film that we were trying to deliver. And so I think having been a customer and then coming across to the AWS side and then helping customers through that journey, I understand the pain because I've experienced it firsthand.
Yeah.
But what I will say is in our industry in general, there was always this sort of unspoken, we'd love to be able to work remotely, but there's security perspectives in mind.
Yeah.
It's just not done. People need to be in the building in order to create. And all of those options got taken away from us. And it was like, right, we just need to pivot. We need to be agile and we need to just keep working. And so that's where AWS was able to seamlessly help customers get up and running whilst using our services. And then as a result of the pandemic, it's accelerated all of the development of our services as well.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you got them in customers' hands, you're getting that direct feedback from the industry to say, right, we need this or we need that, or, we need to tweak this. And that's where working hand in hand with customers and then taking those insights back to our service teams is critical for the entire process and the roadmaps of all of our products and services.
So you guys were already developing all this stuff, obviously, but then it had to have accelerated over the last couple of years and maybe even just kind of found your way in terms of, because a lot of people embracing the cloud, they wanted to, but now they had to.
Yes.
And there's security, there's worries and stuff like that.
Yes.
So how do you guys work with folks to make sure that they're comfortable in the whole process?
Look, security is job zero at AWS. So it's a misconception, I think, that people have, looking at the cloud and looking at change, is that, there may be some security concerns, but everything is in the customer's account. It's in a secure network. That's what we pride ourselves on. There's no room for error on our side of that. And so it's just helping customers understand how they should best configure their workflows in order to ensure that it's not yes, of course, security is first, but also their functionality. Artists want to be able to create as if they were in the studio remotely. And that's been a key part of where we've been able to help, is with that collaboration. All of a sudden, we weren't sitting next to each other. One of us was across town, and then you're having to still try to work together without having that, in-person conversation. The other thing that happened, and I know well coming from Australia, was the borders shut down. And out in Australia, we just couldn't get people in anymore. So there was not that luxury of, relocating people to Australia to work on our films.
Yeah.
And so again, that's where we, through services like Amazon Nimble Studio, that's where we were able to get people up and running across, countries, across borders within Australia, where we had all independent, guidelines per state, similar to what you had here. And so keeping that creative flow going by having the best experience, the lowest latency, enabling artists to have all the tools they wanted from home. If they were able to come back in the office, still being able to have a seamless transition from home to office. All of those things were crucial in the initial dealing with, just the global pandemic in general.
Sure. And I know that partnerships are incredibly important for you guys. And I think a week and a half ago, you introduced Flame for AWS.
Yes.
And you're also here at the show showing Filmlight.
Yes, we are. It's been really exciting. So our ISV partnerships are so important to our overall ecosystem and community of services that we have. And being on the forefront of developing, the latest technology for our customers in post-production. As you know, the industry in general, we're builders. We're very technical. We're very innovative. And so being able to partner with Autodesk to bring out Flame on AWS, which is demonstrating at our booth today, if anyone wants to go and have a visit, it's been fantastic. there's been a real buzz around it. And the same with Filmlight. And even myself, to be honest, I hadn't seen it in the flesh until Saturday when I turned up, and I just couldn't believe it. The almost zero latency gives you that, same experience, but by using AWS.
So almost having them looking over your shoulder, but not
exactly,
quite. Yeah.
Exactly. So the partnerships that we have, I think that's where leveraging people that have that expertise in industry to work with us where we have our expertise, in cloud infrastructure, that's where we can develop at a faster rate. We can innovate our services at a faster rate. I personally work really closely with the service team, so I love that because I'm the voice of the customer. I'm working with customers, I'm getting those insights firsthand, then I'm bringing them back in-house, talking to our service teams, and I like to think helping, reprioritize roadmaps based on that direct feedback from customers.
Right, because you're the demographic.
Exactly, I know it.
So it makes perfect.
Exactly.
Nina, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.